Hello everyone, welcome back to the battlefield. Siege Ryan here, and I have an excellent deck here for you today. It is Easter time, so I wanted to play some bunnies, lots and lots of bunnies. And what's a better way to play bunnies is with this little card over here called Hare Apparent. We've seen some decks in the past use this. I think the main ones that I've seen have been white-black because they have that quite recent new card that is a black card that returns all creatures with the same name from your graveyard to your hand. So it's like some weird graveyard storm where you can just return all your Hare Apparents. I wanted a more streamlined, just bunny bonanza, bunny battlefield. Let's just get the damage in. So I'm running 21 Hare Apparents, and then I'm running just some Lunak Veterans because it's good with all the tokens, and we're running some Thornscape Familiars, which I think would be good just to get out early Hare Apparents, and then I'm running Place of Winding Ways as well in this main deck. The land base is I'm running a couple forests and a couple Radiant Groves with some Eagles of the North just to make sure that we can get green spells, but besides that, it's just very low to the ground. Just let's play our bunnies and let's just smash face with it, essentially. Sideboard wise, I'm running the Prismatic Strands. They're pretty good once you're discarding with the Winding Way, and I'm just running a couple removal spells. It's pretty low to the ground. I'm not looking for any extra shenanigans. I got a couple more Lead the Stampedes for the grind, Troublemaker Oath for the enchantments and artifact hate. It's also good because we're bargaining and just getting rid of a bunny token. But I'm just curious, this might be a little bit too slow. With more cycling creatures, you might be able to just run Masked Vandals instead if you're really into this bunny bonanza. But other than that, I'm just running some Journey to Nowheres just for some clean cut removal. And yeah, just one Thraven Charm. You can probably swap these around a little bit. But essentially all I want to do is just bunnies everywhere. If you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can use my code word SiegeRyan to get a little bit of money off when you go through Mana Traders, which can be good. Got other ways to support me in my description below through my coffee or membership if you're interested in that. And anyway, let's just, get into some Easter madness. Play some bunnies, eh? Alright, on the play. Kenwaku. Yeah, this sounds good. Like, we got the 2 forests, but we can just go get other things. And we can just fetch a Plains as well. So we'll go Forest Go. And then on our third turn, we can play Thornscape. Probably just even play the Veteran, to be honest. Yeah. Let's get the Veteran out. There's plenty of Hare Apparents throughout this game. Just turn off Auto Yield so we can fetch with this Eagle. Alright, let's fetch. They decline to shuffle, which can be a little bit scary, I guess. Alright, Plains. This is good. So they're playing blue, so let's just get the Thornscape out while we can, and then we'll just lead with a Veteran into a Hare Apparent, I think. I guess Lifing doesn't matter too much. We could just drop 2 Hare Apparents, I guess. Life Spark, Spellbomb. Let's go. Make a 3/3. I like a lot. Very nice. So there's they must have green in their hand or something like that. Well, here we're obviously I think we go a bit aggro. You know what? No. Let's play the Lunak Veteran because I think they're going to be playing some other stuff. So, I love this F6 action here. Just yield to these. I thought they were more like a Terror build or something like that, but if they're doing stuff like this, then let's just pump the brakes a little bit and not go as crazy. It's like some cool land deck, and we've seen some really cool things people have done with lands. Kenkuing or whatever. We will probably just play this Hare Apparent. Another Life Spark. This might be some weird combo thingy where it just makes a bunch of lands. I don't really know. Anyway, let's play this. Get the tokens. And then we'll play the Radiant Grove. Let's just crack in, I think. We don't really need this Thornscape Familiar anymore. It's done its job, Yeah, I'm happy to try with that. That's fine. We'll save this rally for a rainy day. Drawing a Hare Apparent would be peak, though. Alright, Deep Analysis, I'm quite fine with this. So if we draw a Guardian's Pledge, they're pretty cooked. We've got so many cards in hand. Alright, well, we're just going to play this Hare Apparent. We'll play the land out as well. And then next turn we can probably just get in for lethal. Yeah, I'm not expecting any discard effects. Let's just attack. Okay, so this is what? 2, 4, 6. So we can do it to 10. Let's just use this now. Because then it drops them to 5, and then just everything else together is just enough. I know we could get technically lethal next turn, but if they're running counter spells, at least we can just deal with that now. We just need one of our many rabbits to touch here, which is very easy to do. And obviously not running End of Festivities. I mean, they did have a Teamer fetch land, but I don't think we have to worry about that too much. Yep, there we go. All right, sideboarding wise, let's have a look. So they're playing blue. I mean, I don't really want to go too crazy, to be honest. And lands are colorless as well. I think we want to go a little bit fast. I'm interested in this. But I think I actually don't even want to sideboard yet. I haven't seen what they've done yet. I don't even want to bring the Troublemaker Oaths yet because I don't know how hard they are on artifacts. They could be running Darksteel Citadels and all the other ways to like buff up animated lands, which is pretty good. But yeah, I don't really want to bring it in until I need to bring it in. And I feel like our general game plan is not terrible against blocking some lands and whatnot. You know, we're just making lots of Hare Apparents. And Blue's notoriously known not to be able to handle wide boards too well. So, you know, they don't have their own Holy Light. Yeah, this hand's great. It's exactly what we need. And I think we just go Radiant Grove and then we just double drop these Lunite Veterans. So we'll keep... And then hopefully we just draw like 1 or 2 more lands, I think would be nice. Mull to 6, okay. But yeah, we basically just have everything that we do need. And having this Winding Way to get more rabbits is the Easter way, if you will. Alright, just doing that. So we're both leading off with just like a tap land each, which I think is pretty reasonable. There's the Forest. We'll just play our Radiant Grove. So if they're running Forests, well, we knew that they were running Forests, but if they're running basic Forest, which we think Counterspell's not as hot. Viridian Longbow, just want to stay any target. I mean, it's good, but they need to be able to equip it. They might be running Devoted Druid, maybe. Anyway, let's play this Veteran, and we'll play the other Veteran. I guess we could have like played the Apparent and then gone Veteran Winding Way, which is another option, I guess. This rally is going to be handy, I think. Yeah, it was probably more correct to do it that way. Forest. Let's attack and just see what they do. 3 mana Pulse. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's just attack. And I'm going to play a land. I'm actually just going to play Winding Way. Because now we know it's going to resolve, which is what I care about. I don't care too much about if they deal 1 damage to one of these creatures or whatnot. Creature, please. Let's see what we get. 1 Hare Apparent. Yoof. Big yoof. And hit 2 lands in a Winding Way. Well, that was a very expensive way to get a Hare Apparent. Alright, 4 mana. Deep Analysis. I do love Deep Analysis. It is a good card. I think though now, I mean, they're on 24, don't get me wrong, that's quite a high life total. But the fact that we can go, let's attack, and then we'll just double drop these Hare Apparents. And we can kind of have a pretty big turn soon, to be honest. They're running the artifact lands, so I am more inclined to maybe run something like an Oath, I guess. Brainstorming. Longbow, this makes me think they're playing like Devoted Druid deck, so we'll probably want to bring in the one of Thraben Charm, maybe just bring in the Journeys. We could just run these, I guess, as well. They feel a little bit slower, so if we go to game 3, I think maybe we bring in the Oaths, take out these Veterans. I don't think they matter as much. I'm wondering, probably our best draw is Lunite Veteran though, I think. I'm thinking some level of Idyllic Range is probably correct as well. They're doing a lot. It's been the wheels a lot. So let's see how much damage we actually have here. So we have 3, 6, 9. I think we just Guardian's Pledge, to be honest. Okay. We'll keep the Eagles of the North in the back. If we attack, we'll go 3, 6, 10, 14, 18. Maybe we just do it all. Hang on, let me just double check. So it'll be +3. So it'll be 4, 8. Yeah, it'll drop them to 1, which I'm kind of fine with. Let's do that. Seems good. No Guardian's Pledge. And let's rally. Just drop them to 1. That's going to be hard to come back from that anyway. And then we'll just... Surely this is enough. I mean, yeah, because Devoted Druid as well would have Summoning Sickness. Unless they're running Fogs. Which they very much can. Another Pulse. Okay, fair enough. That's why I kept the Eagle in our hand, because if we just draw a plane, so we can just Eagles. Which can be something that can very well happen, so... Yep, there we go. GG's. Alright, let's play another one. Alright, we are on the play again. We'll keep this. It's got our hairs. And we just, let's just try and draw like a Guardian's Pledge or something like that. Oh, I convinced one of Blue Faeries. This might be a little bit how you going. That's okay. I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Okay. So yeah, we could just go to the Hare Apparent here. They topped. That's a little bit scary. coming from a fairy deck. Let's see what they have. Our next turn for like 4 turns is going to be Hare Apparent into Hare Apparent. The issue will be Spellstutter Sprite here. It's going to be a very good card. They didn't ninjutsu, so yeah, this feels like a sprite. Well, there's only one thing we can do, lads. Let's play a bunny. F6. And very likely it's going to get Spellstutter Sprited. Yep. Being on the play matters sometimes against these decks. Because if they can do the ninja here, the 1-mana ninja, and just return the sprite to their hand, we are cooked. We are cooked right now. There is nothing we can do against that. We will still, I mean, you know, maybe draw a Lunak Veteran. You know what? Let's just play another Hare Apparent. This is just how the play goes against these kinds of decks. They're going to be cycling through. If they go land and just pick up a ninja, it's just the nuts, which is fine. That's why you play this deck. It feels very powerful when this happens. Look at the cycle as well. In for 4. It's crazy. The epitome of tempo here. Oh, I just... That was too good. I'm not going to type anything. That was nuts. Okay, so Strands is really good against them. I'm not too hot on too much extra stuff. I actually do like Lunak Veteran. I think we always take our Guardian Pledges in this matchup. I don't think that's good. And I mean, Thornscapes are kind of fine. I think we do keep the Winding Ways in as well. Let's maybe just cut back on a rally and 1 Hare Apparent and see how this goes. All right. On the play is a little bit better. Let's see what we got here. Well, we're just going to be playing a Hare Apparent on turn 2, which is fine. We're probably going to be fetching a Plains though, because we can do a green source later on. But we're just going to... They know we don't have anything on turn 1. We're just going to fetch this now and get a Plains. And say go. And let's just play Hare Apparents. Let's play some Hare Apparents. There's the Seer. These Strands make things a little bit nicer at least. Getting 1 Hare Apparent down is what you want. Okay, Winding Way. You'll be played later on, probably, maybe. Alright. First Hare Apparent down. I think definitely drawing some lands would be good for us. I really don't want to have to get a Radiant Grove straight off the bat. Right there. You know, I wonder if they want to play Ninja. If they play Ninja, we'll play Hare Apparent and wait in the lands. Okay. Okay, that's good. This means that they're not playing a Spellstutter Sprite, which is very, very good against us. But it means I want to play... I think I just want to play a Hare Apparent. I think that's what I want to do. I don't really want to... I guess I should have cycled for a Plains, but I kind of want the green source as well. Let's get in for 2. They're not going to block that. They want to keep their 1/1 flyers around. The power of the Hares, eh? We've already got more power on play than them. I am looking at maybe just grabbing a Plains. Oh, so good during these miscreants. Come on, let me take a game away from this deck, eh? Are they just gonna play more 1-drops? They don't. So this screams a Spellstutter Sprite. I guess in this setting, I think we still attack. I kind of just want to play Grove now and win with some Strands, maybe. See what they do here. Because we're a bit greedy, we didn't cycle there. Let's just cycle this now. I'm not playing into a Spellstutter Sprite. It's just too good for them. Play this and just say go. We still have a better clock than them, essentially. We need to be able to double spell, or I want to be able to Strands on their turn. And we can just get in again. I probably do want to attack with the bunnies though. When I say bunnies, sorry, they're all bunnies. I just want to attack with the 2 Hare Apparents and leave the token back. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We need to double spell and use up what we have. And it makes you feel like they have double Spellstutter Sprite. But this way we're definitely going to be ahead of the curve here. And then we can follow up with like 2 more Hare Apparents or whatever. They definitely have enough Faeries though to handle this Prismatic Strands. They're gonna, the 4th Fairy Miscreant. They've had some good draws, I've got to say. Not mad about it. It's been fun. But yeah, again, we're still like, our clock's still better than theirs. And then, yeah, we will just fire off the Strands here. They can choose to snap this, I guess, if they want to. I think we're just attacking with these as well. I don't think we need to do anything else. Okay, it's working. That's good. Just name blue. What do they have in their hand? That's what I'm curious about. It's passing. Okay. We really did need another land there. I think we're just attacking with these two. And force some blocks next turn. We could try and drop a Thornscape, but that's just going to get countered. We have this other Prismatic Strands, which does help. Like they're on 5. Our Hare Apparents actually outclass what they have going on. So snapping that. Oof. No, fair enough. That's okay. It's so cool when it goes in your hand because of how the stack works. It's such a nice looking art, you know? I had a feeling they had a snap. We will just fire off this other Prismatic Strands though here. 5 cards in hand. You just know they have counter spells. And then we just on our turn, we just drop we just try and drop more of these creatures down essentially. Ideally a plains will be nice. Like you knew they had a Spellstar Sprite in their hand. You just knew. So they can get in for their 5 and probably going to get a Ninja as well, I would assume. But then I guess they tap out here. They're willing to tap out. Okay. You have to wait for blocks and then they can put the Ninja in. Maybe they have another island, I guess. An untapped land will be absolutely crucial here. Hell, even just playing a veteran and then playing another Hare Apparent just to gain 3 life, I'll take as well. Alright, they're drawing cards. Okay. Alright. So this is at least nice. We can play a lot more out. And we'll do it all first. So we'll play a Thornscape Familiar. And then, I mean, they can just get me with ninjas. But we do have double strand. I mean, they probably have counter spells for all that anyway. Let's just play it all. Maybe a correct choice was to actually wind way to try and find a Lunarch veteran. Anyway, in with the bunnies. No, we don't have a rally, sadly. But we do have 2 strands. So they need double counter spell and then like a ninja. That's why we strand before damage. I mean, they might even block here as well. Yeah, fair enough. Because I can run rally. Well, I do run rally. I did cut some of those though. See how we don't really need it? Them also just countering with a dispel or something like that can be just pretty brutal. So now they need 2 ninjas to actually facilitate lethal here. And just like that, we might be going to a game 3. Love me some bunnies. Love me some bunnies. So you're on 3, mate. Bottom, okay. Yeah, I mean, they just want to off one mine and find something good. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then, yeah, what they block. I mean, we don't have lethal ourselves, really. So many cards in hand. They must have a Sprite. They have more, more blocks than we've had at dinners here. 6, and then, yeah, they can block the Hare Apparent, the Thornscape, and that. Oh, still lethal. Okay, it's still lethal, technically. 7. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's the 3 bunnies can get through. But if they do that, then they lose most of their board and they can't really get us. And then we just play another Hare Apparent and a Winding Way. Damn. They mean business here. We're still cranking in with everything. 100%. All right, they got more blocks now, but we are still attacking with everything. I think what we do is we Winding Way. And then we try and get a Lunarch veteran. Because gaining some life is going to be pretty crucial here, I think. We're still, yeah, definitely the aggressor. Okay, Guardian's Pledge. All right, that's not Guardian's Pledge. Let's play the Forest and just play this Winding Way. Because, yeah, if we do hit a Lunarch veteran, it's going to make our life... We actually hit nothing. What are the chances? What are the chances? So I think we just play this first so we at least get way more bunnies. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell, really. And we'll just flunge in. That's pretty unfortunate. That's fine, though. This is what happens. But yeah, we'll attack with everything because they have to block. And then we can use our stuff, you know. They're still on 3. They do have to block with they have to block all the 2/1s and then block. Yeah, the blocks aren't good for them, essentially. And then we got some ground blockers. Yeah. So even though we hit literally nothing off that Winding Way, which is brutal, it's absolutely brutal, but yeah, still lethal, and they have to block both the bunnies still. But bunny, yep, still lethal. You need to block. That's fine with me, honestly, because you still have to present lethal to me, which is hard for you to do. Sometimes you just can't beat a bunch of bunnies, and that's fine. That is fine. Yeah, this is still lethal though, so they have to block that bunny as well. That's funny. And I know I've had to play the other Hare Apparent pre-combat, but I wanted 4 tokens off of it. 2 mana, 6 power and toughness. That's what you want. I don't know if I agree with that. You're facing down a lot of bunnies, my friend. Happy Easter. I love these bunnies, man. I mean, yeah, it's correct to block a 1/1 there, and then just block. I'll probably just still block a token, to be honest. Suddenly all their value from the miscreants has been undone. There you go, you're staring down, you're on 2 life, you have a ninja. I'm definitely blocking that, probably just with the other Hare Apparent, but 6 cards in hand there, you probably don't have enough to really get it done. It would have been so cool to hit something off that Winding Way, you know? And we still have 2 strands in the bin as well. And we'll just swing with everything. You can play that, you can hardcast that, it's fine with me. Yep. Tap down a creature. It's not enough though. Oh yeah, okay. I think that destroys it. Is that what it does? Yeah, we're going to tap this to destroy it. That's fine. Look at that little combo there. And here we are. Facing down on these rabbits, mate. Suddenly Spellstar Sprite is not good anymore, which is what I like. This is how I like Spellstar Sprite. To be not good. Yeah, let's just attack. I don't want to be able to get some value off a Spellstar Sprite, so we'll attack with everything. And we're back to where we were before. They have to block stuff. There's the Spellstar Sprite. Maybe they have to play another one. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, they got 5 blockers now. It's looking better. But they are on 2. And we can still play this other Hare Apparent and then just use this Prismatic Strands. I mean, I guess they didn't have another Flash Fairy, so we could have technically played the other Hare Apparent, so all our stuff would have survived. We did like an aggressive Prismatic Strands. But even that, just again, like doing this, they'd lose their whole board state. And we just have lethal anyway, so. Yep, you still take 4. Game 3. Game 3. See how much supply matters? Yeah, it's no matter what, it's cooked. Unless you have like a flash thing that can do something, but I think you would have replayed it anyway. That's why I like Rally still, because it's 4 mana, and then you can do some combat trickery here. The power of Prismatic Strands. Okay, I think we're still running as is, to be honest. I still think that the Winding Ways are important to load up, because we are running like a very decent amount of creatures here. Like almost half our deck is creatures. Some people are running blue to do the Struth. A lot of hairs, but not enough. This is way better. I think what I'll do, probably get rid of a Hare Apparent. Sorry, Hare Apparent. But there's plenty more of you where that came from. I want to get this Lunite Veteran down, because we want to be gaining life. But yeah, if they play Spell Stutter Sprite, it's pretty cringe. And then that way, if we feel like they're going to play Spell Stutter Sprite, then we'll probably just do the Eagles of the North. But yeah, Veteran comes down because it's just a bit too good here. Gaining life is just very underrated, especially in this matchup when they're trying to temper you out. Gaining 5 life can mean a lot. Oh, please just play a ninja. Please. Okay. Well, I smell a... We've got that now. I just really don't want to play into a Spell Stutter Sprite. I think they have Brine Barrows as well. I think we kind of have to though. Alright, sorry deck. If this is how we go down, this is how we go down. Yeah, Spell Stutter Sprite. It's a good card. Very good card on the play on the curve. We could maybe even technically attacked actually, because them ninjaing the Spell Stutter Sprite is what they want to do, so you know, just get in with both. Use the ninja. Again, they need the Moon Hacker as well. Just normal ninja? Okay. Well, at least get one turn where we can play Hare Apparent. At just the 2/2 Hare Apparent. Feels absolutely god-awful here. Especially if they have a Brine. It's probably still correct if like, we draw a Winding Way to actually just play a Winding Way. Well, let's just play Hare Apparent. I don't want to get a Brine Way out here. And we're going to be getting another Plains, I think. This is where I think maybe running a couple Idyllic Ranges could do well here. Let's play a land. Probably even don't want to play the Eagles of the North. If we just get 2 more lands, we can just hard cast it. We've already got enough lands. Yeah. It's funny because some lists are running Ephemerate, but like Ephemerate feels pretty bad here, to be honest. So they have a nice Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay, they're doing that. Okay. I am more intrigued now of actually just blocking this ninja. I don't really want them to... and then we can just flash it back. They can Spell Stutter Sprite the Veteran, and then we can play another Hare Apparent. Yeah, we just hold off on the Eagle. I don't think we can do it just yet. Let's disturb this. See if they want to Spell Stutter Sprite that. Okay, they're doing that. Okay. I think now we go Forest Winding Way and just block the ninja with the Hare Apparent and just try and hit some... There we go. That's what we wanted. Alright, so next turn... So hopefully we can just block this ninja so they don't draw a card, and then we can just deploy the clowns. So we can just go Veteran into Thornscape into Hare Apparent. Yeah, definitely blocking that ninja though. I don't want them getting anything extra here. So they'll have 1 Sprite, okay. In that case, they're probably going to be hitting the... Oh no, I wish I cycled the land. And they know that we've hit these, so we have another Hare Apparent. Well, let's just play this first. We'll play this. I assume they're going to Spell Stutter Sprite this. Okay. Okay. They are going to be drawing a lot of cards. Yeah, and it gets really bad news bear if they're just going to be... just wondering... 5 cards. Very likely they have permission here. Wondering if you throw this Veteran in. I think we just do block a Veteran because we can just disturb it, I guess. They're picking up the Spell Stutter Sprite again. Oh, this is a big yoof. Pretty cooked here now because the Hare Apparent only works once you have 2 out. We kind of need to draw another 1-drop, I think is what we need to draw. I'm playing off my mind. Look, we just cycled this. I'm going to get a Plains because I think ideally we need to try and hit a... like if we Hare Apparent and like play Prismatic Strands or something is probably the way that we get back into this game. We have that. Land. Let's just play the Stone-Knight Veteran first. Yeah, it's probably countering this, which is fair enough. 7 cards is a lot, and they're drawing so many cards a turn. It's a big. How you doing? Pretty cooked. It was still fun though. Don't get me wrong, it was still fun. On the play, it's always a bit rough if they do have the fairy into Spell Setter Sprite. It can be a hard climb, you know. Yeah, snapping the GG. There we go. All right, let's wrap up quickly. All right, so quick wrap up here. I'm just thinking about how we could improve this deck. It's kind of a little bit hard because we obviously want to keep true to the whole Hare Apparent thing. Thornscape Familiars kind of feel like they could work, but if there's too much interaction, it became a bit of an issue as well. So you could probably potentially run some more like 1-mana creatures, just so you have a bit of an earlier board state, and then you can make use of like if you just played an Arbor Elf or something like that and ran a little bit more green. Then you could you play Prismatic Strands on turn 2, or you can play another 1-drop and then a Hare Apparent or whatnot. Maybe the Thornscape Familiar is not as good. You could maybe try this as a red deck with like Impact Tremors as another thing as well. Running cycle stuff. You do Mardu and it runs. You run that thing where you pick up all the Hare Apparents out of your graveyard. You just kind of need like a lot of mana though to get these things working. So there's probably more. You need more of a big mana thing to kind of work. I like the idea of the Guardian's Pledges and the Ramosin Rallies. You can maybe swap some stuff out for like the Chocomog. I am also thinking maybe Leonardo might be good, especially with all the tokens. And just that we can just return a Hare Apparent and play it. You don't need as many. You probably just need 2 Hare Apparents then versus so many. Yeah, you could probably cut maybe 2 Hare Apparents for some Leonardos. The Winding Waves didn't feel as good either. You could maybe even cut those. You could just go mono white if you really wanted to, I guess, and just run some Leonardos and call it a day. It's just more the Hare Apparents get a lot worse when they're all together. The problem is they're a noble. If they're a soldier, we have those creatures that make soldiers cost 1 less, so... or if it was a cleric, there are ways that there are cost reductions that could potentially work, but not with this, sadly. Sideboard wise, the Troublemaker Oath feels like you normally want to get people on turns 2 or 3 with it, and we can only bargain with a token, which is normally the Rabbit token, which we do get a lot of, but I want to get the lands early, so it didn't feel as good. You can maybe run Masked Vandal and then also run some Generous Ents as well. So you can cycle some more stuff out and you have more stuff to do in turn 1 to get the lands. Anyway, this was the deck. Happy Easter, and I'll see you in the next one.